This world needs more love, kindness, nurturing, and healing.
Hi, Highland Middle School students. This is Mary Barnes, and I'm with Miss Harris, Mr. Cruikshank, and some of our students. And today we're going to present to you the first lesson in Choose Love. Um, we're going to watch a video from Scarlett Lewis, the mother of Jesse Lewis, who you're going to hear about shortly. And Scarlett's going to tell you a little about Jesse's story and the Choose Love formula. While you're watching the video, I want you to think about what you're feeling. In a few lessons, we'll be talking more about naming our emotions so we can become emotion experts. Our goal throughout the program is going to be to have a lot of fun and be courageous. Here's the video.
The formula for choosing love came from a message my 6-year-old son, Jesse Lewis, left on our kitchen chalkboard shortly before he died in the tragedy at Sandy Hook Elementary. Jesse wrote 3 words: nurturing, healing, love. I saw those words a few days after he died and knew that this was meant as a message of comfort for his family and friends, but also a message of inspiration for the world. This is where we needed to move towards in order to survive and thrive. I knew the young man that had perpetrated the violence was not able to give or receive love, and if he could, the tragedy would never have occurred. I have dedicated my life to spreading Jesse's message of nurturing, healing love to individuals all over the world through the Choose Love movement. The Choose Love movement started by asking individuals to consciously choose a loving thought over an angry thought. By choosing loving thoughts, you make yourself feel good, you positively impact those around you, and through the ripple effect, you make the world a better place. Nurturing, healing, love. Those 3 words are in the definition of compassion across all cultures. When you break down the meaning, nurturing means loving kindness and gratitude. Healing literally means forgiveness, and love is compassion in action. When you practice those 3 character values in that order, you are choosing love. It becomes a rope that you let down to yourself in the well of any situation, and you can use it to pull yourself out. The first thing you do is think of something you're grateful for, and there's always something to be grateful for. You can start with your breath, nature, and beautiful flowers. This gives you the strength to forgive. Forgiveness is not taught, and very few people understand what forgiveness really means. Forgiveness is a conscious choice, a decision to let go of anger and resentment. It does not mean that you forget. It does not mean that you condone what the other person did. And it does not mean that you can't hold that person accountable for their actions. It simply means that you take personal responsibility for your thoughts and feelings and release thoughts of anger and resentment. Compassion has 2 components. One is identifying what someone else is feeling. The second component is actively doing something to help or ease that pain. This is compassion in action. The first empathetic component can be painful and lights up the same centers in the brain as physical pain. The second component helps both the giver and the receiver. It's when the healer becomes the healed and cultivates connection and resilience. Courage is an overarching concept because it takes courage to choose love. It takes courage to be grateful, especially when things aren't going your way. It takes courage to forgive, especially when the person who hurt you isn't sorry. And it takes courage to step outside of your own universe of pain and help someone else. Thus, the formula for choosing love is courage plus gratitude plus forgiveness plus compassion in action equals choosing love. We all want to love and be loved. This is the common thread that connects us all. We can choose love for ourselves and others. Choosing love just may be the most important choice that you will make.
Let's take a moment to talk about what you've heard. What are you thinking? What questions do you have about Choose Love, the formula, or our year together?
I was curious, is it gonna be like a class?
So this program that we're going to be doing is going to be all year, and it will be a part of your intervention or enrichment period.
As you said, it's in your enrichment class. Does that mean it's going to be counted as a grade?
So you won't be graded based on your participation program. The Richmond classes are graded, but it doesn't have anything to do with this time. This time is considered advisory. Does that make sense?
So it's not going to be on our report card when we come home or so.
Right, absolutely. What challenges do you face on a daily basis or expect to face this year?
Well, I expect to see a lot of challenges with NTI since we are going to have to go over communicating over a computer.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm also on the same train as Caleb. NTI is going to be kind of hard because it's just different, and the whole world has to evolve to it, and sometimes it's just harder to evolve to something that's never happened before to you. Now evolving to it is just the weirdest because it's on a computer.
Okay, thank you, Jamari. So as a part of this program, we'll work together and discuss issues that are important to you and will make a difference in your life. We'll talk about courage, expressing gratitude for the positives in our lives, practicing forgiveness for self-care, and showing compassion to others and for ourselves. We will also focus on being good communicators, which helps us physically, mentally, emotionally, and socially.
All right, so some of the units that we will cover this year are courage, gratitude, forgiveness, and compassion. They're not topics that are often talked about in school. So how do you all feel about talking about these ideas?
Nothing different. Well, we don't talk about this in school, but we need to express how we feel about love.
To me, I guess some people wouldn't feel comfortable talking to people like that, about how they feel. I probably could. It'd be fine with me, but some people probably feel like it's kind of weird.
So because we'll be dealing with sensitive topics, it's important for us to agree to work together. Let's create some norms and boundaries for this work. So what kind of ideas do you have that can help keep our time together safe and we can be open with each other?
Don't be afraid to talk about stuff.
I guess kids should be able to say if they don't want to be recorded, maybe. That seems reasonable.
Okay. So don't be afraid to talk, but also respect privacy. Any other thoughts or ideas?
If say the child wants to do something talk to it this way, so they want to talk to it this way and you want to talk to it that way, I would think you would just change it just a little bit to the way they like it.
While we talk about our feelings and open up to others, no one needs to laugh, no one needs to cry, no one needs to be weirded out or something like that. It's just how we feel.
Very good. I like all of those ideas. So right now, let's work with the Choose Love formula on a shared document. So we're going to go ahead and pull up a screen to take some notes. Feel free to add any thoughts and feelings that are on your mind as we begin the Choose Love program. We're going to make a visual aid so that we can define what each of these words means to us. So the first word is courage. What does courage mean to us?
Not being afraid of being afraid?
I think doing stuff even when you are afraid to do it is a sign of courage.
Okay, so some risk taking. Let's go ahead and talk about the next word, which is gratitude. If you want to get some ideas of what gratitude means.
Saying please and thank you?
Gratitude means to be thankful, show appreciation, return kindness to others that have shown kindness to you.
We can go on to the next word, and the next word is forgiveness. So again, what does forgiveness look like, sound like, feel like?
If someone has been mean to you, someone has hurt you, someone has hit you, just forgive them. Just be like, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to forgive you.
Thank you.
Forgiving can be shown two ways: in a state of mind and physically. Because if you're showing somebody physically, with forgiveness is you can shake their hand and they'll tell you they're sorry and all that. And like a state of mind, it would be like you just like let it go, like you like take a deep breath and just let it go.
Awesome, thank you. So not holding on to things, right?
Not burying things so deep inside that you're just gonna go away somewhere and then just cry it all out.
Okay. And our last word here is compassion. So what does compassion look like, sound like, feel like?
Helping someone who gets hurt.
Very good, okay.
Compassion is very sympathetic, and you have concern for the sufferings of others or misfortune.
Okay.
Helping another person out, like when they need it, which is like Oscar said, helping someone when they're hurt.
Very good. What if you don't see eye to eye with that person or you don't get along with that person? Should you still be compassionate?
Yes, you should still help them out.
Okay, very good.
Because would you want them to help you out when you're having misfortune?
Very good. Okay, so it takes courage to discuss these topics and to practice choosing love in our daily lives. We all have this courage within us. Everything we do in these lessons is designed to make us stronger people. Next week, we will discuss the vocabulary that we use to share our emotions. Until then, share the Choose Love formula with a friend or family member. Do their ideas about the 4 key components match yours? When you are done, complete the Google form, Choose Love Lesson 1, that is linked in your counselor's Google Classroom. And we're going to go ahead and pull up that Google form now so you can see it.
All right. So you start by putting your name, first and last name, the grade that you're in. What does courage mean to you? What does gratitude mean to you? What does forgiveness mean to you? And what does compassion mean to you? And you would click submit after.
So basically what we just did, but on a Google form to reflect what we actually did.
Absolutely.
Mhm. And those will be posted each Monday, like a video lesson and a sort of Google form exit ticket. Do you guys have any questions?
Nope.
Okay, thank you guys.
You all are appreciated. Thank you so very much.